start this numerical. So what special thing in this numerical we are finding is we are finding that there is a factor, or there is a polynomial which is a second order polynomial which is given at the denominator, and numerator is already given in time constant form. So what we are supposed to do is we have to process this denominator as per our requirement. So what we have to do is we have to divide the whole thing divided by 4. So that we have done. So 4 has come out. So s square has become s square by 4. Then s has become s by 4 and plus 1. And this 104, the divide, and 25 is there. So now we have to draw 4 Bode plots. So Bode plot drawing 1 plus j omega by 10, it is not a problem. We know it can be drawn from the point 10, 0. And remember that this is a 0. That means this is at the numerator. So what will be the next point of 10, 0? It will be a upward slope by 20 dB per decade. So for 10, the point will be 100, and 0, it will go up to 20 dB. So next point for 1 plus j omega by 10. So you have to connect the point 10, 0 and 100 and plus 20. So how to draw this 1 plus j omega by 10? You have to connect the point 10 comma 0 and 100 comma plus 20. Then there is 1 plus j omega by 100. This is also a 0, and we have to draw a upward 20 dB per decade line. So what is the points? The points are 100 comma 0 and 1000 comma plus 20. So how to draw this 1 plus j omega by 100? It is connecting line, connecting the points 100 comma 0 and 1000 comma 20, because 1000 is the decade of 100. So these two lines are no problem. Then 25. Okay, so what will be 25? 25 will be a parallel line with a dB of 20 log 25. And how much is that? We have to calculate that, and we have found that 20 log of 25 is 28 dB. It is given below. So the first top 3 lines are no problem. Okay, only problem is the bottom line, and this is the first time we are going to see how to draw the Bode plot for second order system. Now in this case, what you have to do is you actually have to find what is the value of zeta. So please listen carefully, because now this is going to be a game changer. Okay, so first thing you have to substitute s is equal to j omega. So this s square will become j square omega square. That means that will become minus omega square by 4. This is another thing which is new for you. Okay, so even if there is no negative here, so I will just make it a little larger. In this diagram, in this actually page, in this new numerical, first you have to divide the whole denominator by 4, because you have to convert this thing into time constant form, and then you have to substitute s is equal to j omega. Whenever you are substituting s is equal to j omega, this a square becomes j square omega square. So j square is minus 1. So in this case, it will become minus 1 by 4. Okay, and s is equal to j omega, so omega square is there. So that's why this first term goes to the last. This becomes minus omega square by 4. Please practice all these numericals, then only it is possible to understand. Next is s by 4. So s by 4 will become plus j omega by 4, and last term is 1. So this last term 1 comes here. Okay, second term s by 4 becomes j omega by 4. And first term s square by 4, it becomes minus omega square by 4. So you have to now separate out the real part and imaginary part from the denominator. So real part is 1 minus omega square by 4. So this first term and third term together, they form the real part, that is 1 minus omega square by 4, and imaginary part is omega by 4. So uh, how to find the uh, phase for this? So phase for this will be, so this whole thing is at the denominator, so it will go to numerator. So when it goes to numerator, automatically a minus comes. So minus tan inverse imaginary part, that is omega by 4. So minus tan inverse, I'm telling you what is the phase of this thing. So that will be minus tan inverse omega by 4 divided by 1 minus omega square by 4. So from this thing, real part is 1 minus omega square by 4. Imaginary part is omega by 4. So for this whole thing, the phase equation will be minus tan inverse omega by 4 divided by 1 minus omega square by 4. So that is actually how to find the phase. How to find the amplitude part? So for amplitude part, you have to check this thing into, you have to get this thing into this form, that is, or the in numerator part, whatever was given, that is a square plus s plus 1. Okay, so whatever was given here, s square plus s plus 4. So from here you are finding that omega n square is equal to 2. Okay, so sorry, omega n square is equal to 4. This because this is a square plus 2 zeta omega n plus omega n square. So omega n is equal to 2. Okay, now from here or whenever you are converting this thing into omega form, so you are finding that 1 plus. So here you have converted this thing into real and imaginary part. So here what you are getting is 1 plus 2 zeta j omega by omega n. So this s is now becoming omega by omega n. Okay, square by this. And from here just see this calculation how to do it. So 1 plus j omega by 4, and that is actually compared with 2 j zeta. That means 1 is equal to 2 zeta, and omega by omega square by omega n square likewise. So from here what we are finding is, from here we are finding omega n square is equal to 4, omega n is equal to 2, and from here 2 zeta by omega n is equal to 1 by 4. So what you are finding is zeta is equal to 0.25. So this is a very important thing what you are supposed to find out. Okay, so the same thing can be found out from here also, that is s square plus 2 zeta omega n into s plus omega n square. So here you are finding that omega n is equal to 2. So 2 into zeta into omega n is equal to 1 here. Okay, so this is 1 and this is actually equal to 2 zeta into omega n, and omega n is equal to 2. That means 2 zeta omega n is equal to 1. That means zeta is equal to 1 by 2 omega n, and from here you are finding omega n is equal to 2. So zeta is equal to 1 by 2 into 2, that is 4. So very simply you can substitute here a square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square. So from here you are finding omega n is equal to 2, and here 2 zeta omega n is equal to 1. There substitute omega n is equal to 2, so you will be finding zeta is equal to 0.25. So I think there will be no problem in finding zeta. Such many numericals we have done previously, but main important thing is zeta we are finding as 0.25. Now we are going to show you how to draw the second order amplitude plot. Okay, so first thing, the second order pole is there at the denominator. Whenever there is a second order pole, it will be a line of minus 40 dB per decade, starting from the corner frequency. So what is the corner frequency? Corner frequency will be 20. Why 2? Because you are finding here this is s by 2 whole square. That's why the corner frequency will be 2 comma 0. So very important thing I am telling now, for the first time we are seeing how to draw the Bode plot line for second order system. So first thing we are supposed to find out what is the starting point. So starting point we are finding omega n is equal to 2. That means this will be having a corner frequency of 2. That means the plot will start from 2 comma 0. How much is the slope? Slope will be minus 40 dB per decade. So starting from 2 comma 0, we have to draw a slope of minus 40 dB per decade. So 2 comma 0, what will be the next point now? So 2 ka 20 and 0 will become minus 40. So we have to join 2 points. One is 2 comma 0, another is 20 comma minus 40. But there is another correction. Okay, so this is understood that 2 comma 0 has to be connected with another point, that is minus 40 dB per decay point. That's why 2 will become 20 and 0 will become minus 40. So first you have to join 2 comma 0 with 20 comma minus 40, and you have to extend that. Hello, is my screen visible? Can anybody confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There was a power fluctuation. Okay, so today it is going through a lot of difficulties. Please stay. Okay. And this topic is really first day it is really little complex, so next day onwards it will become easy. Anyways, so how to draw the 1 by a square plus s plus 4 line. So first point is s by 2, so starting point is 2 comma 0, then you have to connect 20 comma minus 40 line. It is done, and there is a small correction that will come for zeta is equal to 0.25. एक hump जैसा आएगा. Hump means थोड़ा सा एक ऊंचा. So what is that? That I'll tell you, and that is the main important thing we have to understand for second order system. So first thing we have to understand, for second order system, the second order pole, the slope should be minus 40 dB per decade. Starting point will be 2 comma 0. So next point will be 20 comma minus 40. We join it, and then there is coming a amplitude correction. So what is that amplitude correction? That we will see. Now first you have to understand that zeta is equal to 0.25. Okay, so here it is written in the first page itself, zeta is equal to 0.25. So the correction factor in magnitude omega s, okay, the correction factor omega at the correction factor at omega n, I'm sorry, it is not omega s, the correction factor at omega n2 will be minus 20 log root under of 4 zeta square. Root under of 4 zeta square is nothing but minus 20 log 2 into zeta. What is the zeta value we have found? Zeta value is 0.2. What is this correction factor? I'll tell you and how to show it. So one thing is clear so far, that is from 20 start up to 20 comma minus 40. We have to connect that line and extend. Okay, and वो line पे starting point में there will come a correction of how much amplitude? Minus 20 log. You can write it root under of 4 zeta square, or you can write 2 zeta, doesn't matter. So that correction, the correction factor, I will show you how to draw that. The correction factor in magnitude at omega n, that means the starting point may 20. Why is 20? Because this is s square by 4, that means s by 2 whole square. So that's why it is 2. Okay, so no problem in the numerator, only in denominator there will come some correction factor, because denominator there is a zeta. So first you have to find zeta, and then you have to find correction factor. So correction factor is for all second order this kind of complex polynomial, correction factor is given by minus 20 log 2 zeta, or root under of 4 zeta square, same thing. And log 2 zeta, so 2 into 0.25, that means minus 20 log 0.5. तो minus 20 log 0.5 will give you 6 dB. अभी ये 6 dB कहाँ पे दिखाना है और कैसे दिखाना है? That is the only new thing we will find in the amplitude spectra of second order system. So 3 things new we have found in the second order system. So denominator only will be giving me some change. Numerator there is no problem. Denominator, again I will repeat the whole process. A square plus s plus 4. First step, find what is zeta. So first step, before finding zeta, we have to find what is omega n. So omega n square is equal to 4. Omega n is equal to 2 radian per second. This is one thing is done. That means corner frequency is 2 radian per second. That means we have to connect the point 2 comma 0 with 20 comma minus 40 and extend. तो ये हो गया second order system का Bode plot with a correction of minus 20 log 2 zeta. Okay, so zeta already we have found. Zeta already we have found from here. So omega n is equal to 2, and then from the second order system denominator equation, so this is 2 zeta omega n is equal to 1, because just you have to compare the coefficients. So 2 zeta omega n is equal to 1, and that means 2 zeta into 2, that is 4 zeta is equal to 1. That means zeta is equal to 1 by 4, so zeta is equal to 0.25. As soon as you find 0.25, we have to say that in the minus 40 dB per decade line, there will be a correction of minus 20 log 2 zeta amount, okay, at frequency 2 comma 0. That means whatever is the starting point 2 comma 0, there only there will come a correction of minus 20 log 2 zeta. Zeta is 0.25, that means minus 20 log 0.5, it will become 6 dB. How to show this 6 dB? I will show you separately. So this is actually the second order Bode plot. Now see how many plots will be there. Okay, so how to show this 6 dB, where to show it? It has to be shown at 2 comma 0. How to show it? We will draw the separate Bode plot, and there I will show you how to show this. Okay, now let us see how many plots will be there. Amplitude plots. Amplitude plot is only the main difficult thing. Phase plot is very easy. What will be the phase of this thing? So numerator for 25, there is no phase. Phase is 0. 1 plus j omega by 10. How much will be the phase? Tan inverse omega by 10. How much of this? 1 plus j omega by 100. So tan inverse omega by 10 plus tan inverse of omega by 100. So these two phases at omega tends to infinity will become 90 degree and 90 degree, 180 degree total. Denominator. So when the denominator is reflecting and taken to the numerator, this will be giving us a phase of minus tan inverse omega by 4 divided by 1 minus omega square by 4. Okay, so this is a thing we have to understand. Whenever we are taking the phase from the denominator to the numerator, we have to show that this is minus tan inverse imaginary by real. So minus tan inverse imaginary is omega by 4, and real is 1 minus omega square by 4. So whenever the denominator part goes to the numerator, the phase will be minus tan inverse omega by 4 divided by 1 minus omega square by 4. So that we will show in the next page. So in this page towards below, three lines are explained. So first there is 25, so straight line of 20 log 25, that will become 28 dB. Phase is 0 because it's a constant factor. Second line, 1 plus j omega by 10, it's at the numerator, that means it's at is 0. Okay, so the line will be plus 20 dB per decade line. So the line will be 20 comma 0 and 100 comma plus 20. So line slopes are 0 dB for omega less than equal to 10 plus 20 dB omega greater than. So jane do wo, that means from starting point 10 comma 0, you have to draw a rising line which will touch or which will cross 100 comma plus 20. And how much is the phase? Tan inverse omega by 10. I told you before. 1 plus j omega by 100. So it will starting point will be 100 comma 0. Next point will be 1000 comma plus 20. You join these 2 points and extend, that will be a 20 dB per decade line. And how much is the phase? Tan inverse omega by 100. So all these are plus phase because these phases are at the numerator. Denominator phase will be minus 180 and numerator phase will be plus 180. So at omega is equal to infinity, overall phase of the system will be 0 degree. So this is something I think many of you are not understanding, but whenever there is a first order factor at the numerator, at omega tends to infinity, this will be giving me plus 90. At omega tends to infinity, this also will give me plus 90. And at omega is equal to infinity, the denominator second order will give me minus 180. So for every order at infinity, phase we are getting as plus 90 degree. So what will be the net phase considering numerator and denominator? Numerator, there are two single order poles, net phase will be plus 180. Denominator, there is one second order complex poles, then also the phase will be minus 180 degree. So in the phase plot, you will find that phase plot will never go even closer to minus 180. Phase plot will stay with 0 degree line when the omega is going to infinity. So that is one thing you have to find from this GSHS only. So next page, they will be telling you what is the amplitude plot and how to draw the amplitude plot for the second order pole. So now you will be seeing at the top of the page, that is 1 by 1 plus j omega minus omega square by 4. So you are finding that this is starting point is 2 comma 0. So ये 4 देख के 4 comma 0 नहीं कर देना, because omega n is equal to root under of this constant. So it was s square plus s plus 4. That means omega n is equal to 2 comma 0. That means starting from 2 comma 0, you have to draw a minus 40 dB per decade line. So what is the points? 2 comma 0 and 20 comma minus 40. You connect that and you extend up to infinity. That will be the Bode plot for this thing with a correction of 6 dB. So how did we get that 6 dB? In the previous page we shown you. First we find out how much is the zeta. Zeta is 0.25. So it is minus 20 log. Minus 20 log. Again another thing you have to remember, because whenever we are converting ratio into dB form, it is plus 20. But whenever we are trying to convert this zeta into correction factor, just check here, there is a minus. Okay, so the correction factor in magnitude, so this is a correction factor given by the zeta to the Bode plot for a second order pole. Okay, so that's why it will be minus 20 log root under of 4 zeta square. So that's why it is coming to be plus 6 dB, because zeta is less than 1, zeta is 0.25, so 2 zeta is 0.5. So log of 0.5 gives a minus. That minus and this minus, they become plus. So ये सब छोटा मोटा चीज ये सब देखने का रहता है. So here it is minus. So whenever you are doing a correction factor, it is minus 20 log root under of 4 zeta square or minus 20 log 2 zeta. How to show that correction factor? When we show the Bode plot, we will see. Okay, so these are the amplitude plots, and check the phase plot. So it is minus tan inverse. Why minus? Because this whole thing is there at the denominator. You take it at the numerator, that's why this minus comes, tan inverse imaginary omega divided by real 1 minus omega square by 4. Now see what will be the magnitude plot. So starting from point 1, okay, so starting from point 1 up to 10, starting from point 1 up to 2, I think. Okay, so here see that 2, because at 2 comma 0 there is coming a second order plot. So starting from point 1 up to 2, it will be a straight line. Okay, so it will be a straight line of plus 20 dB per decade. ये plus 20 dB कहाँ से आ गया? Because numerator there was a 25. So 20 log of 25, that becomes plus 28 dB. So straight line parallel with respect to the 0 dB line, okay, above. So it will come straight up to 2 radian per second. So starting from point 1, because point 1 is our starting point for the Bode plot, point 1 up to 2, there will be a straight line of height of 28 dB. And then suddenly, so what will be the point? The point will be 2 comma 28. So 2 comma 28 will be our first point where there will come a break. Okay, how much will be that break? That break will be minus 40 dB per decade. So wherever you are drawing resultant, you have to mix these two things. What is the two thing? One is this 28 dB, another is the second order pole. Okay, second order pole will be giving you uh, minus 40 dB per decade. So whenever you are coming from the top, okay, so point 1 up to 2, you have come with amplitude of 28. So the point is 2 comma 28 because you are above the 0 dB. So point is 2 comma 28. At 2 comma 28, you have to draw a minus 40 dB per decade line. How to draw it? So you are at 2 comma 28. So 2 का हो जाएगा 20 and 28 will become 28 minus 40. So that will become minus 12. So you are at 2 comma 28. There you have to draw a minus 40 dB per decade line. So 2 will become 20 and plus 28 will become 28 minus 40, that is minus 12. So next point will be 20 comma minus 12. So 2 comma 28 has to be joined with 20 comma minus 12. Okay, but that line you have to just join. So that will be a minus 20 dB per decade line. But you cannot go up to 20 comma minus 12 because at 10 there is coming another 0. So 2 comma 28 has to be joined up to uh, point radian of 10. Okay, so what is the joining point? So 2 comma 28 and 20 comma minus 12 has to be joined, but you cannot come all up to 20 comma minus 12. You have to follow the trend and you have to stop at 10 radian per second, because at 10 radian per second what we are finding is there is getting added a positive slope of 20 dB per decade. And so 10 radian per second, what's happening is at 10 radian per second another plus 20 dB per decade is getting added. So I cannot explain anymore. So now I have to show you this. Okay, so now see that starting from here, so I'll be explaining you, this is a very interesting kind of a resultant. So they have not drawn separately what is the, they have not drawn separately what are the four initial Bode plots. But what are the four initial Bode plots? One line will be, so this is 0, this is the first 28 line. Okay, this is one line they have drawn. Okay, so this is 20 and this is 28, I'm sorry. So this line you have to draw first. This is 28 dB. So this is 0, this is 20. Don't worry about this dashed line now. I don't know what is that. So from 0 you have to draw plus 20. So ये line पूरा extend करो. So that will be the first line. Second line starting from 20. So this is 0.1, this is 1, this is 10, and 20 is somewhere here. Okay, so starting from 0 and this 20 comma 0 and 200. So this is 220. So here you have to draw a line like this. Okay, so this 20 comma do we have anything at 20? Sorry, we have a 10. I'm sorry, we have a 10, we have a 10 and 100. So 10 and 100 are the 0. So 10 comma 0 and 100 comma 20. So this line you have to join. So that is the 0 line. Okay, so this is 0 line, that is 1 plus j omega by 10. Next is 1 plus j omega by 100. So this is 100 comma 0 and here there will be 1000 comma 20. So this is another plot. Okay, so these are the two 0 plots. One is here, another is 10 comma 0 to 100 comma 20. So these are the two 0 plots, and one is the constant line starting at 28 dB. Another line will be coming which is called as pole, second order pole. So that will start somewhere here. Okay, that will start somewhere here. There is 2 comma 0, and that will be 20 comma minus 40. So this is the line 20 comma minus 40. This is a point. So starting from 2 comma 0, you have to connect this 20 comma minus 40. So this line 2 comma 0 and 20 comma minus 40, this you have to connect and extend. So these are the separate points. You can see here, this is the resultant. Whatever is the dark line, this is the resultant. Okay. So what is the first point I told you? Come up to 2 comma 28. So this is the 2 comma 28 point. Okay. This is the 2 comma 28 point, and here you have to show a hump of 6 dB. Okay. So this is how the amplitude correction is happening due to that second order pole. Okay, so how to draw the second order pole here? 2 comma 0. Here you have to come like this, and here you have to draw a hump. Okay, here you have to draw a hump of 6 dB, and here you have to come like this, 2 comma 20, and here you are actually drawing the line. So starting from 2 comma 20 and 200 comma 40 minus 40. So here, whenever you are drawing the initial line, you have to come like this, and here you have to show a 6 dB. Whatever is the 2 comma 0 and 20 comma minus 40 line, there at 2 comma 0 you have to show upward 6 dB. So 6 dB you can calculate from here, and this upward 6 dB you can draw. So this is how the amplitude correction is shown in case of second order pole. So we have calculated the second order pole, minus 20 log 2 zeta. So zeta is 0.25, that means minus 20 log 0.5, that is plus 6 dB. Why to draw it? That 6 dB has to be shown exactly at the starting point. Starting point is 2 comma 0. So exactly at this 2 comma 0, whenever initially you are trying to draw 2 comma 0 and 200 comma minus 40, this line you draw, no problem. Okay, but that line will come with a hump. So that hump will come at plus 6 dB. Sometime it is minus, sometime it is minus. So if it comes minus 6 dB, how to draw it? So you have to come here, and you have to join this minus 6 dB, and then you have to come and then minus 40 dB per decade. So this is actually coming due to the frequency response of underdamped system. Whenever I am saying zeta is equal to 0.25, that means at the starting point there will be a first 6 dB upward move, and then it will come down with a slope of minus 40 dB per decade. So that is what it is showing, and that will show in the resultant also. Okay, so in the resultant this thing is coming, and then what we are finding is, just one sec, I am relaunch it. Continuously it is flickering. Please check for this. Okay, so these are the steps. So first step is you add this thing, that is at 2 comma 0 there is a minus 40 dB per decade slope, and you add it with plus 28 dB. So this plus 28 dB, it comes up to 2, and at 2 what you are finding is there is a slope of minus 40 dB per decade. So they are showing it here. Okay, so this is that line, minus 40 dB per decade. So it was going up to other point, that is 20 comma minus 12, but it stops at 10. Okay, it stops at 10, because at 10 what we are finding is at 10 there is a plus 20 dB per decade slope, because there is a 0 at 10 comma 0. Okay, so you can see here that this very large falling slope of minus 40 dB per decade is checked, and from 10 onwards, 10 up to 100, this slope is actually minus 20 dB per decade. So you can see here that starting from this point, starting from 2 0 and up to this slope was higher. Okay, this was a higher fall, and it would have come like this, they have fallen faster, but that fall you have resisted at 10. Okay, up to 10 the fall was there, minus 20 dB per decade, which is written. This fall is minus 40 dB per decade, but at 10 the fall you have restricted, because at 10 there is a plus 20 dB per decade slope. So the fall of minus 40 dB per decade is restricted here at 10, and now it is falling with a slope of minus 20 dB per decade. What happens at 100? At 100 there is another 0, which is actually adding plus 20 dB per decade. So initially, because of the second order pole, there was minus 40 dB per decade, and they have got two corrections. One correction of plus 20 dB per decade at 10, another correction of plus 20 dB per decade at 100. So what is the net slope now? From 100 onwards, it is 0 dB per decade. What is meant by 0 dB per decade? It is nothing but a straight line. So very important numerical. This is that's what I wanted to show you. So what are the numerical? First, there is a 28 dB of parallel line, which you can show here like this. Then there is at 2,0, there is a second order pole, which is having a amplitude correction of 6 dB at 2,0. So from 2,0, you have to draw a 40 dB per decade line with a correction of plus 6 dB. So how did we get that plus 6 dB? It is minus 20 log 2 zeta. So zeta we have found out as 0.25. So 2 zeta is 0.5. So minus 20 log 2 zeta is plus 6 dB. So that is shown as a hump. That is shown as a hump. So sudden rise and fall. So that is shown as a hump, and this is actually plus 6 dB to the scale. We have drawn it. So first you have to mark this plus 6 dB and 2 dB के 2 radian से थोड़ा पहले से उसको चढ़ाओ, and then you just drop it, and this slope should be falling with a slope of minus 40 dB per decade. Okay, up to which point it will not go minus 40 dB per decade forever. Up to 10, okay, it will be falling with a slope of minus 40 dB per decade. So now at 10 you can find the amplitude is around 8. So this point at 10, it is kind of a 10,8. Okay, 8 is the dB. And what is the next point of 20 dB per decade? 100, minus 12. So 10,8 से तुमको एक minus 20 dB per decade वाला line draw करना है. So after falling minus 40 dB per decade up to 10, you are finding it is touching 10 at point 10,8. So then from 8 you have to fall by 20 dB. Okay, that means 8 will go to 8 minus 20, that is minus 12. Okay, so you can find here this point is minus 12. Okay, so exactly this point is coming to be minus 12. So 10,8 is going to 100, minus 12. And at 100, what's happening? At 100 there is coming another plus 20 dB per decade, because 100 there is another 0. Okay, so 100 onwards it will be, so this was minus 20 dB per decade, and 100 there is a plus 20 dB per decade. So they will make the net phase as net slope as 0. So slope is 0 means it's a parallel line with respect to the 0 dB line. So this is a very interesting, very sweet kind of a amplitude plot that we have found, and net slope at the finally it will be 0 dB. Now one very important thing, how to calculate the phase. Okay, so phase calculation is shown here, and phase calculation may be thoda trick hai, and that trick I will tell you. I hope you get it. So initially you are finding that the slope is tan inverse omega by 10, because for the constant 25 there is no problem, it's having phase 0 degree. Tan inverse omega by 10, this is having all positive phase. So you can find here, you're substituting 0.1, 0.5, 1, 5 and all those things, and you're finding all the phases are positive. Tan inverse omega by 10, this is also all positive. And minus tan inverse omega by 4, 1 minus omega square by 4. Okay, you are finding that up to 1, okay, there is no problem. Up to 1, this is becoming negative, because up to 1, whenever you are substituting the omega as 1, you are finding that they are all becoming negative. But suddenly after 4, so above 4, exactly what happens at 4, omega is equal to 2. Omega is equal to 2, what happens? Denominator becomes 1 minus 1. So denominator becomes 0. Okay, so up to 2 also this trend will continue. But ahead of 2, that means if you are substituting omega as 5, denominator will become negative. Okay, and that negative and this negative, it will actually become positive. So whenever the denominator is becoming negative, actually it is not changing the angle to the positive, but actually it is doing a mistake kind of a thing. So the point when the denominator is becoming negative, from that frequency you have to add a minus 180 degree with the phase. So if you are substituting here omega greater than 2, like we have substituted 5. Okay, so this was discussed while explaining the phase of a quadratic pole. I will explain it separately, that exactly how to find the phase of a quadratic pole. Only this much you have to remember, that is whenever you are finding that the denominator is becoming negative for whichever frequency. So for which frequency denominator will become negative? For omega greater than 2. So omega is 2.5. That means this omega square by 4 is greater than 1. That means denominator will become negative, and that negative and this negative will become positive. It means phase positive. No, it does not mean phase positive. It is actually a calculation glitch. Okay, so to reduce that, what we do is we have to subtract the 180 degree from whatever the positive angle we get. So you will be finding that the trend is maintained. So here for minus tan inverse omega by 4, 1 minus omega by omega square by 4, minus 1.43, minus 7.59, minus 18.43, 5, suddenly it cannot become positive. Okay, it's actually 13.39 minus 180 is actually minus 166. And you are finding something that at lower frequencies you are almost at 0, and at higher frequencies you are also finding almost as 0. Okay, because there are two numerator single order pole, first order pole. This is giving you phase of plus 180. There are two second order pole at the denominator, that will also be giving you a phase of minus 180. So plus 180 and minus 180, they will cancel each other. That's why you are going to get a higher frequency. You are going to get almost, it is a zero phase. So how is the phase? It is starting at 0, then it is falling at a certain value minus 123, and then again it will rise and it will go to a 0. But this part I will explain with the help of another numerical, and in that day you have to sit with calculator and pen. How can you take the omega values? Arbitrarily. These values you can use for every numerical. 0.1, 0.5, 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, any values you can take arbitrary. So we have to show that from 0.1 up to infinity, all the intermediate values. So यही value तुम हर numerical में use कर सकते हो, कोई problem नहीं है. Okay, somebody wants to say 0.1, 0.2, 1, 2, 10, 20, 100, 200. Okay, likewise. So arbitrary, you are showing a trend. आशुतोष, you are showing a trend that how the phase is changing with respect to frequency. थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे आगे पीछे, nothing mistake you are projecting, but you can say that you are not finding phase at every point. Okay, so between 100 and 500 अगर कुछ और ऊपर नीचे रहा, that you cannot show. Okay, so between 2 points there might be smaller mistake, but you are showing a trend, not the exact plot. Exact plot we can get whenever we are doing MATLAB. So the same things we will be doing by MATLAB. Okay, there you can find the exact, because MATLAB is calculating phase for every point of frequency. MATLAB is calculating amplitude for every point of input frequency. So MATLAB gives us exact phase, exact amplitude, no problem. So now the final thing, that is ये सब हम लोग किस लिए कर रहे हैं? Because we are supposed to find out what is gain margin, phase margin, and all those things. So in this numerical and amplitude plot, one very important thing you can say, you can show that they have not shown all the separate Bode plots. That means there are 4 Bode plots that they have not shown separately. Directly they have drawn the resultant. But ऐसा होता नहीं है. In our exam, every Bode plot, so there are 4 plots. One is starting from 10 and going upward 20 dB per decade. Another is starting at 100 and going upward 20 dB per decade. Another is plus 28 dB. Another is starting from 20. So here you have to show starting from 20, it is 200 comma minus 40, and with a hump here. Okay, so that is the individual Bode plots you have to show, because in exam you will be drawing one Bode plot और तुम्हारा सब ज्ञान वहां पे दिखाना है कि तुमको आता है. So first you have to draw all the individual Bode plots, then you have to draw this resultant line. And why are we doing it? We are doing it because we are supposed to find out the system stability. So first thing, we are supposed to find out what is gain crossover frequency. So gain crossover frequency, you are finding it somewhere at omega GC, and omega GC is here. So this is actually frequency of 20 and this is 30. So 20 or 30 के बीच में, somewhere around 25 or something. Okay, so somewhere around 25 radian per second, we are finding there is a omega GC. Okay, exactly at that point you are finding, and that you are plotting below. Okay, that you are bringing to the on the phase plot, and you are finding that this phase is above, this is 64, I guess. Okay, so 120, 180 minus 64, how much is that? It is around 116 degree. Okay, so at this frequency, that is around 25 radian per second, you are finding that the phase is around 116 degree minus. Okay, and which is above 64 degree compared to the minus 180 line. What is the significance of minus 180? Minus 180 is actually the phase instability. But we are finding that for this whole system, the phase is never coming below minus 180. It will never come. Okay, because we are finding that there are two positive phases at the numerator, there are two negative phases at the numerator, they are cancelling each other. So final phase is coming to almost 0 degree, because two positive and two negative at omega tends to infinity, two positive 90 degree is cancelling to negative 90 degree. So net phase at omega tends to infinity is equal to 0. Okay, but yes, initially around you can say somewhere around 6 7 8 9 10 radian per second, you are finding that phase is becoming heavily negative around minus 135 or minus 136 degree or so. So there is a trend, it falls first, it falls because initially there is a 0. Okay, so from starting from 0 to 10 radian per second, there is no 0. So initially there is a pole, and pole always gives us negative phase. So because of the pole which is there at 2 comma 0, the phase is actually reducing, and starting from 10, okay, so 10 say there is 0, and 0 actually gives us positive phase. So you can say that starting from 0 to 10, phases are almost decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. And then whenever the zeros are getting added, so initially there was pole that was giving us negative phase, and then the zero started coming in the picture, starting from 10 radian per second, 100 radian per second, they are giving us positive phase. तो ये जो phase negative में आ गया था, zeros जो है उसको खींच के positive में लेके गया. So that's why initially the phases were negative up to almost 10 radian per second, and then 10, 100, all those things, they are pulling the negative phase towards the positive. So initially there is a dip, and then there is a rise, and finally the phase of the system is 0 degree at as omega tends to infinity. But very important thing, so two things we have to say. What is omega gc? So omega gc, around, you can find out it's around 25 radian per second. How much is the phase at 25 radian per second? So you have to calculate from the graph. You have to say that the phase is minus 116 degree or so. And whether the phase margin is positive or negative, yes, obviously it is positive, because at omega gc, that is at 25 radian per second, we are finding the phase of the system is 64 degree above. ये 64 है कि 54 है पता नहीं, I think it is 64. It is very blur. Okay, so whatever it is, you can calculate it easily from the graph. ये important नहीं है कि वो कितना ऊपर है. The main thing, important thing is it is above minus 180. So positive phase margin is what we want. So you can say that the phase at gain crossover is above minus 180 degree line, and it is positive phase margin. Positive phase margin means system is stable. Okay, question is how much is gain margin? So to find gain margin, the phase had to cross minus 180 and go below. But in this case, we are finding that the phase never crosses minus 180 and goes to the towards below minus 180. So what we have to say is there is no phase crossover frequency. So very important thing, repeatedly I am telling you. So there is no phase crossover frequency. So omega pc absent. तो ये दो लाइन लिख के रखो. In the numerical, when there is omega pc absent, gain margin is plus infinity. That means from gain point of view, system is always stable. Gain margin point of view, system is always stable. So what is the operating region for this system? So this is GSHS is actually a open loop transfer function. This is actually depicting a system. So what is the best operating region for this system? So best operating region for this system is greater than, input frequency should be greater than this 25 radian per second. So initially between 0 to 25 radian per second, we are finding the system gain is higher. That means system is unstable gain point of view. From gain point of view, system is unstable. After 25 radian per second, gain of the system is always below. Gain of the system is below means energy in the system is always less. Energy in the system is less means system will be always very stable. So what is the operating region for this system? You have to say there is no omega pc. That means there is no higher frequency range bar. So there is no constant at the higher side. Lower side there is a bar. That means below 25 radian per second, the system will be unstable. So always you can use the system for input frequencies which is greater than 25 radian per second up to infinity. Okay, so from 25 radian per second up to infinity, any frequency you can input to the system will behave in a perfectly stable manner. What is meant by perfectly stable manner? Gain margin will be positive, phase margin will be positive. तो तुम बोलोगे सर गेन मार्जिन तो निकाले ही नहीं, बट गेन मार्जिन निकालने का जरूरत भी नहीं है बिकॉज ओमेगा पीसी है ही नहीं. Okay, the system phase is not crossing minus 180 and going 0. That means what? Gain margin is infinity. So for all input frequencies greater than 25 radian per second, system gain will always be stable. That is the first thing we have to understand. And how much is the phase margin? Phase margin is calculated at omega GC. That means this is angle as minus 116. This is plus 64 degree above than minus 180. So phase margin is also positive for frequency. Omega GC is equal to 25 radian per second. So this is all fundamentals we have seen in the previous case. Only thing I have not explained up till now is second order phase. वो करेक्शन का क्या घपला है वो मैं एकदम डिटेल में लिख के तुमको पहले बताता हूँ, अदरवाइज यू कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, सो फेज में थोड़ा गड़बड़ है, वो इतना जल्दी से समझता नहीं है. बट यस, एम्पलीट्यूड पार्ट व्हाट वी आर सपोज टू डू, I think we have understood it. So in the amplitude part, I will again go back and show you. In the amplitude part, there was a square plus s plus 4. First thing you are supposed to find out what is omega n. So omega n is 2. That means from 2 comma 0, we have to draw a line of minus 20 comma minus 40. Because it is second order pole starting from point 2 comma 0. That means it will be a line starting from 2 comma 0 crossing 20 comma minus 40 with a hump of minus 20 log 2 zeta. Minus 20 log 2 zeta will give you, as zeta is 0.25, you can find out from zeta here. So this is omega n square is equal to 4 omega n 2. 2 zeta omega n is equal to 1. That means zeta is equal to 0.25. Substitute that in this formula. Be very careful. There is a minus here. Whenever you are converting any amplitude into dB, there is no minus. It is 20 log V output by V input. But whenever you are converting a zeta into hump, that means how much will be the initial rise or fall. There comes a minus. So यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट लोग ये माइनस मिस कर जाते हैं. Okay, because they are having that formula always in their mind, 20 log V output by V input. This is not 20 log V output by V input. This is not gain. This is a correction. So you have not studied the frequency response of a second order system. Actually, that had to be taught first and then Bode plot. But that is not there in our syllabus. So only know this much, that if there is a zeta of between 0 to 1, it creates a sudden rise in the amplitude at the operating frequency of omega n. And how much is the rise or fall? There can be fall also. Okay, both numericals we will solve. So in this case, you are finding it plus 6 dB. Why? Because minus 20 log of decimal. So decimal log gives you a negative, and minus 20 again, minus is multiplied with minus, so it becomes a plus. So this is the only change. Another change comes in while calculating the phase. So for the frequencies where you are finding denominator is becoming negative, okay, there you have to add a minus 180 with the positively calculated phase. ये सिर्फ ब्लाइंड रूल की तरह जान के रहो अभी. Later on explanation is there. Explanation is also very easy. It is not rocket science. Only you have to see that for omega less than 2, there was no problem. All the phases were coming negative. But omega when greater than 2, for that you will be finding that this denominator negative and this negative of the formula, they are making it positive. Okay, actually it's a mistake. Okay, aankhon ka, it's a kind of a problem, puzzle. Okay, so whenever you are finding that the denominator is becoming negative, there whatever positive phase you find, you have to subtract 180 degree from that, and then you are going to get all negative phases, and then it is falling in the proper line. And for this numerical, numerator phase and denominator phase, they are cancelling each other. And this is the plot, directly resultant amplitude plot they have shown. And phase is very thoda ajeeb sa hi hai. Initially it is falling, and again the net phase is coming to be 0. So this was one numerical. Two other numericals we are going to see, and only the difference part we will see. I'm not going to explain to you what is the whole numerical. Only thing is I will explain to you what is the difference. So what is the difference here? Previously we were finding there was 2 zeros. Okay, and in this case you are finding there is 1 0, and this is not in time constant form. This is not in time constant form. So first what you have to do is 0.3 you can take outside. From this s plus 4, 4 you can take outside. And from this s square plus 30, s plus 20, 20 you can take outside. To convert the whole system into time constant form. So 20 and 4, they are taken at outside at the denominator. 2000 and 0.3. So 2000 and 0.3 is nothing but 600. So now this is 600 divided by 80. That comes to be 7.5. Okay, so first you have to convert everything into time constant form. So we have formed everything into time constant form. So 0 will be at point 0.3 comma 0. That means starting from point 0.3 comma 0, there will be an upward slope of plus 20 dB per decade. Starting from 4 comma 0, there will be a downward slope of minus 20 dB per decade, because this is a single pole which is there at the denominator. So from point 0.3 comma 0, there will be an upward slope plus 20 dB per decade. From 4 comma 0, there will be a downward slope minus 20 dB per decade. And now you are supposed to find out what is the zeta and what is the omega n from here. So omega n is root under of 20. Okay, so it is around 4 point something. Okay, so 4 into 4 is 16, 5 into 5 is 25. So it is in between 4 to 5. Okay, 4.16 or something we have to find out. So root under of 20 कितना होता है वो देख लो. That will be omega n. So 2 zeta into omega n is equal to 30. So from there you are finding zeta is equal to 3.35. देखो और मजा है. Previous numerical we found it was an underdamped system. Now for this numerical we are finding this is a overdamped system. Overdamped system में वैसा hump नहीं रहता है. Okay, so how to tackle this? So every numerical is different, I'm telling you. That's why whatever numerical I'm giving, please draw Bode plot for each of them in the simulograph paper. So in this case you are finding it's a overdamped system. So underdamped system is having that hump. Okay, that means starting from any point it goes up and then falls below. Overdamped system will not be having a hump. So how to draw this Bode plot? So there are mainly 4 factors. One is constant 7.5. So 7.5 will give you a 17.5 dB. 20 log 7.5 will give you a 17.5 dB. And that will be having a phase of 0. 1 plus j omega by 0.3. So this is at the numerator. So there will be a 20 dB per decade slope starting from 0.3 comma 0. And next point will be 3 comma 20. So this point will start from 0.3 comma 0 because 0.3 is the corner frequency. Next point will be 3 comma 20. Okay, and it will be a rising slope because 1 plus j omega by 3 is at the numerator. And how much is the phase for that? It is tan inverse omega by 0.3. It will be all positive phase. Now next there is denominator. There is 1 plus s by 4. Okay, just give me 1 sec. I'll go to the next page. So denominator there is 1 plus s by 4. Okay, I'll go to the next page. 1 sec. Not this one. Yes. So because there are 4 Bode plots, 2 we have explained numerator part. Let us see what is the denominator part. So it is 1 plus j omega by 4. That means starting from 4 comma 0, there will be a negative slope of minus 20 dB per decade. And this thing at the denominators, when it goes at the numerator, it will be having an angle of minus tan inverse omega by 4. All the repeated process, no problem. And 1 plus j 30 20 omega minus 20. So starting from 4.47, here they go. So root under of 20 is 4.47. So starting from 4.47 comma 0, there will be a minus 40 dB per decade slope. So what is the what are the points? So first point will be 4.47 comma 0, and next point will be 44.7 comma minus 40. I'm repeating, लिख के लो चाहे तो. First point will be 4.47 comma 0, and this is a second order pole. That means at 44.7, which is a decade of 4.47. So starting from 44.7 तुम 45 ले सकते हो, और in between 4 to 5 कोई एक point mark करो. So 45, let's say, okay, 45 comma minus 40, because this is a second order pole. That's why this will be having a slope of minus 40 dB per decade. So how to draw the magnitude plot? So you are starting with 17.5 dB constant. So this is a straight line up to 0.1 up to 0.3. Because 0.3 में क्या हो रहा है? At 0.3 there is an upward slope. So initially it will start from 0.1 with amplitude of 17.5 dB. It will come up to 0.3. 0.3 means suddenly it will go up. Okay, because there is a 0 at 0.3. And how much will be the slope? So that point at 0.3 is 0.3 comma 17.5. Next point will be 3 comma 37.5. And these 2 points if you join. So initially you are starting from 0.1, you are coming at 0.3 with amplitude of 17.5, because initially there is a positive slope. So 0.3 comma 17.5. And at 0.3 there is a positive slope getting added. That means next point is 3 comma 37.5, that you join. Okay, but you cannot join it up to 3. Okay, you can join it and you can go extend it up to 4. 4 में क्या हो रहा है? 4 में there is a negative slope. That means from 4 again it will become a straight line. Okay, so starting from point 1 you are coming up to point 3. So point 3 से point 4 4 तक, not point 4, point 3 से 4 तक it will be a upward 20 dB per decade slope. Then 4 onwards, what's happening? 4 up to 4.47, because 4.47 mein there is coming a minus 40 dB per decade. So from 4 to 4.47 there will be a parallel line, and again starting from 4.47, whatever is the point, you have to draw minus 20 dB per minus 40 dB per decade line. So how the Bode plot looks like, I will show you. See that this is how the Bode plot looks like, and don't worry about the denominator part. You are only concentrating at the numerator part because we are going to see the numerator here. So don't see this line, see the above line. Okay, see the above line because this is coming from here, point 1, and it has come up to point 3. And point 3 and 17.5. देखो ये dark line is little below than 20. So this is actually 17.5. Then it has gone up to 37.5. So this line also should be little below than 40. So this is actually 37.5, and this is 0.4. Sorry, this is 4 radian per second. Because at 4 there is coming a negative slope, because you remember there is a pole 1 plus j omega by 4. Okay, so 0.3 it is going up, first order 0. 4 it is coming down because there is a first order pole. So plus 20 and minus 20, they cancel each other. So minus 20 dB per decade is coming at 4 radian per second, and plus 20 dB per decade is coming at 0.3 radian per second. So 0.3 radian per second, it is rising, it is going up to 4. And अगर 4 में कुछ रहता नहीं तो आगे बढ़ता ही रहता था, but at 4 there is a pole, first order pole. So this plus 20 dB per decade is resisted by a pole which is there at 4. So minus 20 and plus 20, they are going to cancel each other. So 4 to 4.7. Okay, so 4 to 4.7 there will be a parallel line, and then 4.7 onwards there will be a falling slope of minus 40 dB per decade. So ये देखो ये लिखा है resultant minus 40 dB per decade slope. So whatever is this point, okay, 4.7, and this is around 37.5, and you have to fall by this. That means 4.7 का हो जाएगा 45, and this 37 around minus 3. Okay, so 47 comma minus 3, that if you join, this will be the second order pole which is starting from 4.47. So this is actually the above one, the dark one is actually the resultant plot of amplitude. So this is minus 40 dB per decade, and you can see here at 4.47 there is no hump or anything. So ये बाद का जो line है वो सब मैंने draw किया. So you can see here, this is the line 4.47. So this is the point 4.47, and this is the slope 40 dB per decade. Okay, so this is 4.47, and this is minus 40 dB per decade line. So that's why it is shown that 1 plus 30 by 20 j omega minus omega square by 20. I think they have only drawn it, not me. So this line is minus 40 dB per decade. This line is starting from 4. It is at minus 20 dB per decade line. Okay, so separately also they have shown this is 30. This line is 30. Okay, so from 30 they have shown a 20 dB per decade line, and this line is 17.5. So 4 plots. First is 17.5 line they have shown. Next is starting from 30, it is 20 dB per decade line they have shown. Then starting from 40 minus 20 dB per decade line they have shown, and starting from 4.47 minus 40 dB per decade. But the only thing is, only difference is here, though there is zeta, but that zeta is above 1. So if the zeta is above 1, तब यो hump जैसा चीज नहीं आता. That hump comes only when zeta is in between 0 and 1. Okay, because for lower damping, only what we are finding is, for lower damping only we find that there is a rise. So percentage MP, whatever we have done, that percentage MP thing actually is producing that hump. Okay, so the percentage MP thing is producing that hump, and percentage MP is not present when zeta is greater than 1. So that's why in this case zeta is around above 3, which is greater than 1. So there is no hump here. So this is what is the amplitude plot. This is so far the least complicated amplitude plot. How is the phase plot? Let me see. So phase plot is actually having single trend. So whatever is the phase, let us see that. So there is only one zero, and that will be having a plus 90-degree phase. So you can see here there is only one zero that is having a plus 90 degree at omega tends to infinity. You can find here there is only one pole that will be having minus 90 degree. So you're finding here minus 90 degree, and there is a second order pole. So that second order pole will be having phase of minus 180 degree. So what will be the resultant phase at omega tends to infinity? So one pole single order, one zero single order. So one zero single order, one pole single order. There plus 90 minus 90 will get cancelled. So only the second order pole phase, that is minus 180 degree, that will prevail. Okay, so what will be the final phase of the system? Final phase of the system will be minus 180 degree only. But again, there is coming a problem, that is you are finding that check this. So ये first दो column कोई problem नहीं है. This is that omega any arbit value they have taken, arbitrary value. So for tan inverse omega by 3 everything is positive because this is a numerator. Minus tan inverse omega by 4 everything is negative, no problem. Problem comes here. So 1 minus omega square by 20. So till omega is equal to 4.47. So check here 4 and 5. Okay, so 4 and 5 at 4 radian per second input frequency, 1 minus 16 by 20. This is still positive. That means the phase is negative, almost 90. But as soon as you are writing 5, whenever you are writing 5, what you are finding is 25 by 20. That means this denominator is becoming negative. This negative and this negative is giving you a error. Okay, this is giving you an error, illusion. So this is not plus 88. This is actually minus 92. Okay, so looking at it, you have to say that whenever the input frequency is going above 4.47. By the way, one very important thing, frequency can be anything. Huh? Not necessarily frequency has to be an integer. Frequency can be 4.37, 9.175, anything can be a frequency. So not necessarily, see here we are substituting 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So anything, any value starting from 0 to infinity can be the frequency value. These are the questions asked in the interview, that what can be the value of frequency. Generally you have a notion that frequency has to be an integer. Kuch nahi, frequency can be any value. Okay, so at 4.46, as soon as you're substituting, denominator is becoming 0, so the phase is becoming minus 90. And when omega is greater than 4.47, check 5, this will be, this negative and this negative will form a positive. So this will give you a plus 88. It is not actually plus 88, it is minus 92. How to get minus 92? So the logic is, in case of second order Bode plot, in case of phase plot, whenever you are substituting, so ये rule लिख के ले लो, in the second order Bode plot, in the phase plot, whenever you are increasing input frequency greater than the omega n, previous case it was omega n was equal to 2. That's why whenever you are inputting input frequency omega n greater than 2, we had to give a correction factor of minus 180 to the phase. So पहले ये resultant phase पहले नहीं calculate करना है. First you have to calculate all the individual phases separately. Okay, and don't go on calculating this all phase together. Don't do that. Don't do it for second order system. So if all the poles and zeros are first order, you can write the equation, substitute omega, you can do that. But if it is second order pole or second order zero involved, in that case don't do it in a equation form. For first two you can do. So tan inverse omega by 0.3 minus tan inverse omega by 4 you can do in a calculation form. But isme, in the third, whenever there is a second order pole, we have to give a correction. Correction for all the frequencies which are greater than omega n. Okay, so what is the correction? Whatever positive phase you find, subtract 180 from that and get a negative phase. So this minus 92, minus 105, minus 170, minus 176, minus 178, this you have to calculate, consider and calculate the phase. And you're finding net phase, initially it is positive, then slowly it is going towards 0, then it is falling to negative, and net phase at 1000 it is minus 177.72. At 10,000 it will be very close to minus 180, and at input frequency almost infinity, this phase is going to be minus 180. So this is the trend of the phase. Now in this case also you are finding that the phase crossover frequency will not be there. That means gain margin is infinity. So let us discuss about what is the phase. So it is not the graph which is important, it is the discussion about the graph which is most important. So what you are finding is it is starting from 0 and you are finding that it is going towards positive. Okay, so phase is going little 12 positive, then it is coming, falling, 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 because initially there is a zero. Initially there is a zero, that's why the phase is rising. Previous numerical, initially there was a pole, that's why initially the phase was falling. You have to remember that for zeros, actually the phases rise. Okay, that means phases becomes positive, positive. And for pole, actually the phases fall. So initially there is a zero in this case, and there are three poles. So initially that's why the phase rises, and after that phase falls. So starting from 4.47, the phase is falling sharply. So this region phase is falling sharply, but it will stay within or above minus 180, because there is one plus 90 at the zero, there is one minus 90 at pole, they are cancelling each other. So net phase is actually a function of a double phase, that is minus 180 degree of the pole. So in this case also you have to say that there is no omega pc, because the phase does not cross the minus 180 and go below, it does not. Okay, so it is kind of a asymptotic with respect to minus 180 line. So you have to say in this case that phase does not cross minus 180, does not go below minus 180, hence omega pc is absent. As omega pc is absent, you have to say gain margin is plus infinity. Very important thing, gain margin is plus infinity. And in this case you are finding that gain crossover frequency is here. So gain crossover frequency is here, means this is how much frequency, this is 10, 20, 30, 40. So it is around 45. Okay, so you are finding that gain crossover is 47 radian per second, it is written here. Gain crossover frequency is 47 radian per second, and you have plotted this point below, and at 47 radian per second you are finding that the phase is kind of 144 degree minus. Okay, so exactly at gain crossover, whatever is there, you plot it below. So you're finding that the gain crossover is coming at 47 radian per second. If you plot it below, you'll be finding that at 47 radian per second, phase is coming to be minus 144 degree, which is 36 degree above than minus 180 degree, which is a limit for instability. So in this case, 4 lines last you have to write here in a block fashion. That is, the phase never crosses the minus 180 and never goes below. Hence, omega PC absent. As omega PC absent, gain margin is plus infinity. So the system is stable from gain margin point of view, because gain margin is positive. Positive kitna value, that is not important. Gain margin is positive. Okay, as omega PC is absent, gain margin is plus infinity. So system is stable from gain margin point of view. Gain crossover frequency is 47 radian per second. This is the third line. Gain crossover frequency is 47 radian per second. And phase margin. Okay, phase margin is, you are finding that at 47 radian per second, you are finding system phase is minus 144 degree. Hence, the system phase margin is plus 36 degree, because this minus 144 is 36 degree above than the instability limit. So phase margin is plus 36 degree, phase margin is positive, hence the system is going to be stable. So last line, so 4 lines, omega PC absent, gain margin plus infinity, omega GC, this is 47 radian per second, and phase margin is plus 36. In this case, you have to say that the system is ultimately stable. And what is the sweet spot? What is the range of operation? In this case, you have to say that any frequencies, any input frequency greater than 47 dB, 47 radian per second, because at 47 radian per second, we are finding gain is becoming negative. So what is the stable range of frequency, input frequency? You have to say any frequency is greater than 47 radian per second is going to give us a stable response. So starting from 47 radian per second up to infinity radian per second, this is going to give us a very stable system response. So this was the second numerical which I had shown you. What is the difference in this numerical? In this numerical, we are finding that zeta is greater than 1. And in this case, there is no hump or anything. There is another numerical. I will go through it very fast. You are finding there is one first order pole. There are two first order poles at the denominator. And there is one second order pole at the denominator. You will be finding is denominator phase will be minus 360, numerator phase will be plus 90. So this Bode plot will cross the minus 180 and it will go below minus 180. So at infinity, the net phase will be minus 270 degree, because there are 4 poles at the denominator. 4 poles means 4 into minus 90, 360, as simple as that. 1 0 at the numerator, that means plus 90. So minus 360 plus 90. So finally at omega tends to infinity, the system will stabilize at minus 270 degree phase. I'm showing you the plot directly. You can see here this phase is getting stable at minus 270 degree, and you are finding that there is a phase crossover somewhere here. Okay, so phase crossover somewhere here, and you're finding that the gain margin is here. Okay, so this much is the gain margin. So this is phase crossover. You're coming here, you're projecting it, and it is actually coinciding with the hump. Okay, whatever hump is there for the second order, here also it will be a underdamped system. So you are finding that the phase crossover is actually coming here, and this much is the gain margin. So in this case, gain margin is there, and gain margin is positive because this is actually below zero. So gain margin is positive, and this is gain crossover. At gain crossover, you are finding phase is around minus 130 or so. So phase margin is also positive. Phase margin is positive, gain margin positive, system is positive. So let us do this numerical. We are still having 5 minutes in our hand. So you are finding that. So I'm not going to explain you any of the things because all are explained. So what you do is 64 you can take as the outside, and you can divide the second order pole by 64. So you can see here from here. Okay, so 64 into s plus 2. So you can take 2 outside, you can take 0.5 outside, you can take 64 outside. So all those if you are taking, so it is 2 by 0.5 now, it will become 4. So there will be 5 Bode plots. One is 20 log 4, another will be plus 20 dB per decade starting from 20. And there is 1 by s, 1 by s we know how to draw it. Another is minus 20 dB per decade starting from 0.5 comma 0. Last plot. Last plot is a square by 64. That means 8 comma 0. Okay, so root under of 64 is 8. So omega n is equal to 8 radian per second. You can find here, and 2 zeta omega n is equal to 0.05. Zeta is equal to 0.2. That means this is a underdamped system. Whenever there is an underdamped system, then there will come a hump, because underdamped system only can give us percentage MP. Okay, so this hump is related to percentage MP. This is not percentage MP, because this hump is actually you are drawing in a frequency response, and that percentage MP you had drawn in case of amplitude response. So this hump in the frequency response is equivalent to the percentage MP in the time domain response. Don't say this is percentage MP. Okay, but this is that kind of a thing. For a certain bunch of frequency, that is at 8 comma 0, there will come a amplitude correction. And how much is that? Minus 20 log 0.2 into 2. So root under of 4 zeta square is nothing but 2 zeta. So minus 20 log 2 into 0.2, that is minus 20 log 0.4. That will come to be almost 8 dB. So at this frequency 8 comma 0, you will be finding a hump of 8 dB. Okay, so that positive you have to draw, and then you have to draw the line minus 40 dB per decade. So very important thing in this case, that is at omega is equal to 8 radian per second. That means 8 comma 0, we have to draw a line which is minus 40 dB per decade. That means 8 comma 0 and 80 comma minus 40. These two points you have to join and extend, so that it will be giving you the second order Bode plot for this thing. 8 comma 0 and 80 comma minus 40. And at 8 comma 0 you have to show a hump of plus 8 dB. वो कहाँ से आया? Because at 64 means 8 comma 0 we are finding zeta is equal to 0.2. So minus 20 log 2 zeta minus 20 log 0.4, that will give us 7.95 dB. I am calling it as 8 dB. Okay. So how many factors, how many Bode plots? So there will be 5 Bode plots. One is for constant. There will be 3 Bode plots of 1 Bode plot of 20 dB per decade, 2 Bode plots for minus 20 dB per decade, and 1 Bode plot for minus 40 dB per decade. So all these things are written, and in phase calculation also you are finding that between at 7 you are finding minus 56 degree. So this is the troublemaker. This is the troublemaker. So starting from 0.1, 0.5, 1, 4, 5, 7, no problem. It is coming to be perfectly negative. As soon as you are inputting frequency greater than 8, because denominator is 1 minus omega square by 64. As soon as you are inputting omega greater than 8, this denominator is becoming negative, and that negative and negative of the formula is making it phase as positive. This is a illusion. Okay, so how to get the actual phase? So whenever you are inputting frequency greater than 8, for that you have to subtract 180 from the positive phase to get the actual phase. So for phases greater than 8, that means 9, 10, 50, 100, 500, 1000, 10,000, whatever phase, positive phase you get, you subtract 180 from that. So you are getting actual negative phase. Now you do all this addition. So you are finding that the phase is starting from minus 98 and phase is extending up to minus 269.9. So you put here 10,000 radian per second, you will be finding that this phase will go to around minus 270. So for this case, there will be a lot of fall, and this is the resultant graph. So separate and resultant both they have drawn. So this is that plus line, okay, plus dB, that is whatever is the parallel line, and all the slopes and other thing. And this dark one is the resultant line. Below dark one is the phase line. So here you are finding gain crossover, phase crossover both. At gain crossover, you are finding phase is positive. At phase crossover, you are finding gain is positive. So these are the 5 lines you have to write here. So this much is the omega GC, and at omega GC, phase of the system is this much, around minus 130 degree or so. So phase margin is plus 50 degree. At phase crossover, that means at minus 180, so this is happening somewhere around 8 radian per second. This is the phase crossover, and at phase crossover, this much is the gain margin. So this gain margin, as far as I can find, it is around 8 dB. Okay, because there's a peak of the hump. Peak of the hump is 8 dB. So this much distance. So starting from 0, whatever is the amplitude distance. So this is actually minus 8. That means we are still can increase the gain by 8 dB so that we can go to the amplitude boundary stability condition. So from here you can find omega PC is 8 radian per second, and gain margin is around 8 dB. Okay, so gain margin is positive plus 8 dB. That is very important. So fifth line, omega PC is existing, omega GC is existing, plus PM is, that is phase margin is positive, gain margin is positive. So as both gain margin and phase margin positive, system is perfectly stable. So these 3 numericals we have done in the lab session today. So theory part is kind of over. There are 2 case studies, so that we will do, and all the labs